Okay, in this video, we're going to look at our first example of our application of Green's theorem to evaluate a line integral. So we want to evaluate the integral over the closed curve of xy dx plus x squared y cubed dy. Now, notice that the given integral, as it's written, is in the form integral of f dx plus g dy, which we know to be a circulation integral. So as opposed to a flux integral. So that's our first observation here. And our curve C is a triangle with vertices 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2. So a couple of more notes on what we're being asked to do. So we do want to evaluate a circulation line integral of our vector field over a closed curve. So notice the notation with the circle over the integral. That means we have a closed curve, and it encloses a triangle with vertices 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2. So let's go ahead and sketch our curve and talk a little bit about how we might apply Green's theorem here and why it's useful. So here's our y-axis and our x-axis. Also note, before I go on, that this problem is a two-dimensional problem. That is really important. Green's theorem only applies to vector fields that have two components, and our curve and region is on the xy plane. Okay, so our vertices are 0, 0, 1, 0, and 1, 2. So we have this triangle as our curve. I forgot to add that this is a positive orientation. So we're assuming that we have an orientation where we are going in the counterclockwise direction here, but really the way to think about it is that you're walking along the curve and you hold out your arm, your left arm points into the region R. So that is the orientation of curves in Green's theorem. And okay, so this is great. We have a curve that it's closed, encloses a region, and Green's theorem tells us that our line integral over a closed curve of our vector field, so this is the circulation form of Green's theorem, equals to the double integral over our region of the circulation density, which is the curl of the vector field. So this is the statement of Green's theorem, of course, with a couple of premises here that we're dealing with a closed curve, simple curve, and that both components of our vector field are differentiable functions. Okay, so there's Green's theorem, which means that we can use a double integral to calculate the line integral that we're looking for. And that's useful because then we don't have to parametrize every segment of the triangle. That would take us a long time. We'd have to do 3 separate integrals. Okay, so let's figure out how to set up our double integral. So the first thing we want to do is let's find the curl. So notice in our statement of the problem, our vector field has components. xy is our first component, and our second component is x squared y cubed. And I know this because of the way that our integral is written. So if this is f or p, and this is g or q, just because I'm using a couple of different notations here, depends on what you like, then we can find the curl by evaluating the mixed partials, right? So we're doing dq with respect to x minus partial of p with respect to y. So let's go ahead and get that. So our curl, or circulation density, in the region that we're over which we're integrating will be dq dx is going to be 2xy cubed, and dp dy will just be x. So this is our integrand for our double integral. All right, so we can start to set that up. We've got double integral over our region. Our integrand is 2xy cubed minus x dA. And now what we have to do is set up our limits of integration and figure out what our area differential is going to be. So if we go back to our diagram, notice that I can do a y simple integral here pretty easily because the diagonal line actually has equation y equals 2x, right? The slope of that line is 2 and the intercept is 0, so that's y equals 2x. So if I set up my region as a y simple region, that means that y is going to go from 0 to the function 2x. And once we've integrated vertically, we can integrate along x, the x direction, from 0 to 1. Right? So if I go up first, vertically first, we go from 0 to 2x, and then when we integrate horizontally, we just need to go between two constants, from 0 to 1. And so now we've got our integral that we can set up. That will be the integral from 0 to 1, integral from 0 to 2x, so a reminder that we have to have the constant limits of integration on the outer integral. And then we've got 2x y cubed minus x dy dx, right? So you can see that the dx matches the integrals on the outer integral there. And also the terms of y are in terms of x. So this is well set up. And so now that we've set up our double integral, we can go ahead and evaluate it. And so I'm going to do it all at once. I'm going to leave the 0 to 1 on the outside. On the inside, we're integrating with respect to y. So that's going to give me 2x y to the 4 over 4, or x y to the 4 over 2, because 2 over 4 is a half, minus x times y. This is from y equals 0 to y equals 2x, and our outer integral will be in terms of x. So we've got integral from 0 to 1, applying the fundamental theorem of calculus. When we put 2x here, that's going to give me, let's see, 2 to the 4th is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8, so I now have a coefficient of 8. X to the 4th times x will be x to the 5th. So 8x to the 5th. Minus, when I put 2x in terms of y, in place of y here, that's going to give me a 2x squared, and we will put in 0 in both terms, we just get 0. And so now this is a nice integral that we can evaluate pretty quickly. That's going to give us 8x to the 6th over 6, or 4/3 x to the 6th if we simplify the coefficient, minus 2/3 x cubed from 0 to 1. And so that will be 4/3, 1 to the 6th, which is 1, minus 2/3, and then when we put in 0, we get 0. So this answer will be 2/3. And this represents the circulation along our curve of our vector field, or the work done in moving a particle along that triangle by the vector field.